There is no secret sauce to building a brand, but here's what you can do. I'm building my personal brand from the ground up, and in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I'm going to do it, the tools I'll be using, the plan I'm going to follow, and how I'm going to stay consistent without burning out. If you want to build something real that reflects your story, then keep watching. Hey, my name is EJ. If you're new here, I film athletes and I tell stories through content, and I've been building my personal brand from scratch. It started by figuring out what tools I needed to create consistently and help me stay true to my style. Let me show you what I use and why. So my main camera right now is a cinema camera. It's a Sony FX3, and I'm not going to get into too many details and technical specs about this camera. But what you need to know if you're somebody who's interested in content creation is that this is the best camera that you can buy on the market right now. That's my opinion, but I know that a lot of other people on YouTube have the same exact opinion. It's a really fantastic camera. The reason why I chose it is because I want to shoot high quality professional cinematic video, especially when I'm shooting athletes and sports. That's my current flavor. But I also have another camera, which I use to shoot my own personal content. And this camera is the Osmo Pocket 3. I would highly recommend this for anybody who's getting into content. It's a very functional and practical camera. As you can see, it's very small, very easy to work with. And it's also a fraction of the price of the FX3. Check out the Osmo Pocket 3. I'm super happy with it. It's done a lot for me so far. Now on the topic of cameras, we need to talk about camera lenses because an FX3 or any other DSLR, you need to have lenses to shoot content, right? So I use two lenses. I have the Sigma 24-70 and a Sony 70-200. Again, I won't jump into too many details about those two. I actually have a video, so watch it here. But those are the two that I use to get a variety of different shots. I use the telephoto lens when I'm shooting live games and workouts, or just when I can't get too close to the action. I always try and capture audio as well, so I always bring a microphone. On my FX3, I have a shotgun microphone, which helps me get audio from the athletes and the sports. And then I also have a wireless microphone, which came with my Osmo Pocket 3. Audio is a very important part to telling a story, so make sure that you have that in your kit when you're creating content. I'll also mention one more thing that you don't put in your kit, and it's not really a piece of gear, but that is a BTS shooter. So BTS shooter stands for behind the scenes, and BTS is important because it's a way for your audience to connect with you and really understand what you're doing, what you're working on. I highly recommend hiring a BTS shooter whenever you can. Maybe it's like a day shoot, or maybe they just follow you when you're on site, because you can get a whole bank of content that you can use and reuse for your own purposes as you build your own personal brand. So for editing software, I use Premiere Pro. I used to be a Final Cut Pro user. That's because I didn't really want to pay the Adobe subscription, but since moving to Adobe, I've been pretty happy with the features that Premiere has. I've only used DaVinci just a little bit, but I'll be honest with you, I don't really know my way around it that I can give you advice. But if you're just starting out in content creation, you don't have to use Final Cut Pro, you don't have to use Premiere, you don't have to use DaVinci. I would probably recommend use CapCut. Very simple editor. Once you use it a few times, you'll get the swing of it and understand how to create content fast from it. And Instagram also came out with Instagram Edits, which is basically simple, fast, and it's a good entry point if you're just starting to create content for the first time. Now for photos, because I do take a little bit of photos, I use Lightroom Classic. That's because it comes with the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. I don't think there's a lot of alternatives on the market that are comparable to Lightroom Classic, but if there is and you know about it, leave a comment below and maybe we'll check it out also. So in terms of brand strategy, I have 4 brand pillars, which basically build the foundation of everything that I post about. So that's mindset, branding, lifestyle, and creativity. Everything that I post falls inside of one of these pillars. These pillars, they are my brand. There are things that I can talk about endlessly. There are things that I'm very passionate about. It allows me to stay consistent with the brand that I want to create and the content that I want to produce. Having these pillars also helps me plan content because it allows me to just dial in on something that, I want to talk about. When planning content, I start with a pillar. I pick one and I think about what content I want to create. And I usually lead with storytelling because storytelling is a way to be authentic. It's a way to talk about and share your experiences, and truly it's the easiest way for me to create content. Storytelling is the easiest part for me because it's real. It allows me to speak from the heart and tell you that I'm not somebody who's pretending. And I think that's very important when you're building a brand, is to be authentic so people can relate to you. I don't want to be somebody that's pretending to be someone that they're not. If you're building a personal brand, please come from a place of honesty and truth, because somebody might be really leaning on you and valuing your words to take them to a better place and do something great with their lives. Now, in terms of which pillar do I create content on more, I would say that they're not equally weighted. Currently, right now, I feel like I'm in this Mamba mentality mindset. Mindset is one of my pillars, so a lot of my content is going to be about mindset. I think that inspires people, but in the future, that might change to something else. Now, the other thing pillars do for me is that they help me stay grounded and they help me stay consistent. So whichever platform that I'm on, whether it's like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or like Threads, the things that I'm posting about will always circle back to my pillars, and I'll be able to deliver the same consistent message each time and build my brand so that you know what I'm about and what you'll get if you tune into the content that I publish. Simply put, sticking to your pillars will create a clear and consistent message. Here's the fun part. Let's talk about my workflow and how I plan my content. So I'm extremely busy. I work a 9 to 5. I have a family. I also have a lot of things on the side, so I need to plan ahead. My tool that I use is Notion. It's absolutely wonderful for planning, organizing all my ideas. It's super important to plan your content because that's what will help you and what helps me stay consistent with creating content to build up my personal brand. If I have ideas, I write them in Notion. Everything finds their way back to Notion, and I have everything stored there. Once they're in Notion, I take the step of putting them on a calendar so I know what's planned in advance. In case I get super busy, fall behind, at least I know that I have a little bit of a buffer to catch up. So my process from idea to post includes something called time blocking. So time blocking is a technique that I learned to be efficient at getting things done. Before time blocking, I would do a bunch of different tasks in one day. That could be like writing, filming, editing, but I felt like I wasn't getting a lot done. So I adopted this process called time blocking, which a lot of other creators do. And it allows me to be efficient by just focusing on certain tasks on different days of the week. For example, on Monday, I have a time block for planning. On Tuesday, I have a time block for writing. On Wednesday, I have a time block for filming. And Thursday, I have a time block for editing. Those aren't the hard examples, but you can get the idea that you want to isolate certain activities to a certain time block of the day or a certain time of the week, so that you can be efficient at getting those core tasks done. Now, time blocking might not work for everybody. It might be a struggle at first within the first couple of weeks, but my advice is just to ride it through, keep at it, and eventually these things will become habit. So in terms of organizing my footage and my projects, I use folders, whether it's shot on my FX3 or my Osmo Pocket 3 or my iPhone. Everything that I record related to a campaign or a shoot goes inside these folders. Pro tip I have for you is to create a folder called B-roll. In this B-roll folder, you should have content, video of yourself, whether you recorded that yourself or you hired a BTS shooter. This can be a folder that you can constantly go back to if you need to pull up a clip about yourself. And don't be afraid to reuse a clip. Your audience might be tuning in for the very first time, so they won't know if you've used this clip before. Now, it's hard to stay consistent when life gets busy. Time blocking does help, but what also really helps is being flexible. I understand that life will get in the way, and as serious as I am about building up my personal brand and how passionate I am, is that I will need to accommodate life sometimes. So my advice for you is be flexible, because there are going to be some times where you can't just stick to your plan. You've got to pivot and go the direction that life is pulling you. So why does this all matter? Why am I showing you all of this behind the scenes? The answer is simple. There's somebody else out there that's going to be watching this that's on the exact same journey as me. And Even though I might not be doing everything perfect, I don't want to come off as a perfectionist, because when you watch someone make mistakes, that's an opportunity to learn. And building out in the open allows me to be authentic. I want people to see who I really am so I can build a real connection with them. So after watching this video, I hope that you feel inspired, motivated, and equipped, because I'm just a regular person, an ordinary person who found something that they love to do. And if you're scared about building your brand because of what other people might think, well, don't be. Because at the end of the day, the only relationships that matter are from the ones that support you on your journey. And if you think it's too late for you to start your brand journey, it's not. It's never too late.